us. We've got this episode of our vlog, and we're going to dive in a little bit deeper into what it's like being on our team, going out into the neighborhood and talking to people in our community. Wilson's going to be on a coaching call. You're going to get to see Hassam and Wesley do a little role play of knocking on doors. So we hope you enjoy it and look forward to seeing you out in the community.
To Wesley, how to overcome limiting belief. I don't want to bother people at their home and knocking their door. Just do it. Just do it.
First is working backwards from goals to activities. For those that haven't heard me do this before, it's basically going to be, if you spend an hour, what's the expectation on doors, what the expectation is on contacts, and expectation on captured information.
Hello. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Good. It's Wesley, right?
Sure.
Good. Good seeing you again. I remember last time I was here a couple weeks ago, swung by and dropped the words counter off. Did you get that?
Which per hour, if you're knocking in our areas, the lodges provide for 25 doors per hour. 1/3 of them should open, and 1/3 of them should be able to. You should be able to capture the information of people.
Just want to come by, say hi. I know you did some landscaping. You got rid of the orange trees. Why did you get rid of the orange trees?
More lemons instead.
Oh, damn. I totally understand.
Yeah.
Have some lemon trees myself.
Do you?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a good thing to have the citrus smell. Gets you kind of going in the morning.
Yes.
It's good.
The high level is always to make sure that the client gets all the options presented in front of them. They might call you for the purpose of selling, or they might call you for the purpose of buying, or they might call you for the purpose of I need to rent something, or I'm looking for a renter. But ultimately, getting a better understanding of the whole scope of their situation will be able to help us give the right solution for the client. So working backwards, if you have a goal of, let's say, 500 adds to the database, or if you can knock X amount of time, how big you want to have your farm, and determining that. We've crunched some of those numbers before.
At this time, I don't want to take too much of your time, Wesley. Last time I was here, I invited you out to our movie event. It was a huge success. Now we're having a park event, a picnic. We'd love for you to come out. We're going to have Easter bunnies and giveaways. What's the best email I can send an invitation to?
Oh no, that's all
Oh, are you busy that weekend?
right. Yeah.
Where are you going?
Grandkids, yeah.
Oh, grandkids.
Yeah.
I have a few myself.
Is up to you. It'll get to a point where a lot of people might have very long conversations or very short conversations, depending on your personality style, and you're just going to need to take inventory of which one you lean more towards, so you can troubleshoot to get to more efficiency.
How old are they?
2 and 7.
2 and 7. Mine's a 6-year-old.
Really? How old were you when you had your kids?
You might think I'm, I was about 22.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they had kids real fast, this way,
How old are you right now?
Well, I'm 42. Yeah, so,
So for example, if you are high quantity of conversations and short conversations, we probably need to work on scripting so that we can have a slightly longer conversation to get more rapport building in.
But listen, man, I would really love to have you there. I've been coming by a couple times. It's been good. I want to introduce you to the team. Wilson's asked to follow you a couple times. We share our wins, at the office. Wilson's our team lead.
Okay.
And I want to make sure you can see you. Can I send it to, is it Yahoo or Gmail?
Gmail.
Good. ABC?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 1, 2, 3?
Yep.
Great. Tell Jaden I said hi.
Didn't knock it for probably over a year, and the only time that I actually knocked it, which I thought was a fair reason to, was to invite her to a listing that we had next door to her, to invite her to the open house, and that was kind of the entry point. She was very well received, and now that snowballed into additional touch points, and then holiday cookies during Christmas that I dropped off.
And there might be more than one solution, so it's going to be important for us to understand before we try to offer some sort of solution for the thing that they present.
So what were your first couple years like in real estate? Those first 4 years, you said
It's pretty shitty. My first 4 years, I did 2 deals, 7 deals, 8 deals, or 10 deals and 10 deals.
Now, to put things in perspective, what did you guys do last year?
Last year we helped 109 families.
Woo!
And we launched property management, and we launched transaction management and coaching.
So going from 2 deals to 109 deals, man, let's talk about that journey.
If you are a high I and you love talking to people, you might get stuck in one conversation for 15 to 20 minutes, and that's probably not the best use of time, not the most efficient use of your time. You probably want to be a little bit more purposeful in your conversation. If you know that, let's say it's pushing past the 5-minute mark and you haven't gone towards asking for any sort of business related questions.
When Steve Ballmer was exiting his role, he did the biggest finite-minded action, and the only thing he can talk about for his 13-year career at Microsoft was the fact that, yeah, Apple might have made more money these last 5 years, but we made more money X amount of years more. And it's like, bro, like, he could use that platform for so much more shit, and the only thing he did was think about the fact that he was still in competition. Like, it was still a finite-minded thing where I'm gonna beat them, when he could have just pivoted that mindset and took it further. And I feel like a lot of times, if we are talking real estate, yeah, there's numbers on the board, there's daily tracker, there's all this shit that we have to do every single day, but in the grand scheme of things, like, he still left the loser. So, how do you be bigger than that?
In an infinite game, we will continue to make decisions that sabotage our own ambitions. It's like eating too many desserts in the name of enjoying life, only to make oneself diabetic in the process. And right on the other side, consistency becomes more important than intensity. You know, I was talking about how you can work out for 9 hours in one day, but see no results 30 days later, because you didn't do it consistently.
Birthday!